Well, hello, welcome. How are y'all today? Welcome to Stacy's Crafty Jam, and I'm gonna show off my journal, the second part of my design team project for LineDotArrow. So glad to have you join me today. Thank you. I had such a good time with this Spring Blues and the Forget Me Nots kits. Yeah, the links are going to be below. You will really enjoy these papers a lot. The cool thing is like with the Forget Me Nots, uh, it's like a slimline, you know, uh, type. You could do that with that journal. The Spring Blues, the collage pages are outstanding, and I love the labels in that. But I'll put the links, of course, down below. Now I had already done the flip through for the little mini. So we got the baby and we got the mama, but I couldn't quit playing with these papers. So I did two things. Yeah. I really love that we did the flip through already for that, but what we're here for today is this one. Yeah, I it's another soft cover. I am really loving our vintage fabric swatches that we have in our shop, the TwoSisterJam shop, and so I used that for the mini, and used, of course, another one for this one. But isn't this the prettiest fabric? And it just complements the pages and everything with this kit so much. And I did something new. I did a closure that's going vertical, So I'm kind of digging that. I like that. I think I'm going to do that again. But let's just get going and see what we got. I did just a little snippet uh, strip on the side here. I love this lace that I had with the pearl on it, and just did a cluster, or a snippet strip there, buttons and um, flowers printed on fabric. Actually, these two little things right there, this one and this one, is from Signed, Sealed, Delivered, Line.Arrow kit, and it really, when I printed those on fabric, I I'm kind of addicted to that whole fabric printing thing at this point. I love that. Let me see if I can get my lighting better. Let me see. I don't know. I think that might be better. Um, but printing on this fabric, Arlene Wheeler Perry prints on fabric a lot, and she really inspired me to go for it. I'd always been afraid of it getting jammed in my printer and this, that, and the other, but I've had so far pretty good luck with that. I love my cover, and then the bow just sets it off. Of course, I've done untied that, but I wanted the fabric to show. So I really like this. Used some uh, this smoky blue, steel blue lace that we have in our shop, and that just all of this stuff just kind of went together. Yeah, and then all I did for the inside cover was make a torn pocket with elements, printed on fabric. Just a little, I don't know, just a little thing there. Love this paper here. That was part of the freebies, from this kit, and just embellished her tag, and tags are my favorite thing to do, and yeah, I really enjoy tags the mostest. This is this is close to my favorite page in that Spring Blues kit. I love the greens and the blues and the vintage ephemera, the way she collaged that on there. Right here, you can barely see it, but there's the Paris, the Eiffel Tower. I love that page. And then you just trimmed it out with some crocheted lace from our shop, and it's just perfect. Sewed on it. Here we made. Well, I say we. I did a video for this, but I don't think I published it. I think I uploaded it and forgot to publish it. But I made a belly band, and I used her elements from her kit, and some other little ephemeras I had, and just made a belly band, kind of like a cluster belly band there. And then here's her tag that all I did was sew back it with her pages. And this is something extremely vintage. It came out of some book somewhere, and I love the distressing here that was like that when I got it. Yeah, this is pretty cool, and it's going in the journal. And then this is a recipe card, and I liked the I guess that's German or something. I guess I don't know. It's an English uh, recipe card, but it's all patinaed. It's just lovely, and so I like to put vintage ephemera and stuff in my journals. I think it really just adds just everything to a project, But let me put this back in there, and yeah, but that's what we got going on there. And then I put some Edith Holden in this, tore the edges, put some Edith Holden page, and then I'm using the Zoe Blue, Zoe Mason Breeden dyes these papers, and I just love them. And this blue works so well. Did a little tab, cluster tab there, and so it kind of shows on the front and the back here. This is a pretty page, and I just trimmed it out with some of our. This is some new lace in our shop. It's a mint green. I love that. Sewed on it. I love this polka dot paper. This is again one of my go-tos in that in that journal. Man, I need to get a drink. This is a little journal in a journal. I made this out of a wine sack, and one part of it is here, and the other part of it is back here. But it's got a little journal in it. I love that. And then it's got a pocket. Now, I didn't put anything in the pocket, but I figured whoever gets this, and I think Mandy is the one that owns this journal. But anyway, just did this is some ephemera from one of her older kits. Yeah. And then I love this music page with the edging on it. Put that in. And then more of the Zoe paper, and then with the little cluster I made. Vertical clusters. I like doing those for page edges because they're like page tabs, And then here's a vintage page from some book we had in our shop. I love the advertising. That's my favorite of those vintage pages. If they got the advertising, I'm all in on that. Here's another tag. I used her ephemera and stuff to make. Backed it with her papers, lace topper. Yeah. Oh, that's a printed little sentiment or whatever. I found something in my stash, in my files. And this is some pretty sky blue lace that we ran out of in the shop, but we were able to locate some more. So be looking for that to be added back in our shop. This sky blue. And then here's the rest of that Edith Holden. Isn't that this is really a pretty Edith Holden page. Yeah, I love the font on Edith Holden. This is super cool. And it fits here really good and tight. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't come out or anything. So I didn't adhere it, but check this out. It's patinaed really well. So look, that's what color I guess it used to be. But do you see the variation in the colors? It's so old. And I guess this was an insert in something. But isn't this super cool? Yeah, this is going in. Yeah, super duper cool. I love it. Yeah, love that a lot. This is some vintage receipt that we have in our shop, and then Sophie sent this to me. Isn't this gorgeous? It's a French receipt of some sort. It's really cool. I don't know what it is, because of course I can't read French, so I'm doing good to read English. More of the Zoe paper. Here's a tag that is one of her tags that I just put her ephemera on, and a few other elements. And one of her pockets that she puts those angled pockets in her kit, and I just sew on it. Lace from the shop, sewed. Yeah. Oh, look, there's really a good amount. There's a good balance of writing space and decorated pages. This is more of that. I have no clue what this is, but it's it looks to be maybe a dictionary, but it's French. But it looks to be maybe a dictionary page or encyclopedia maybe. Anyway, it's really extra beautiful. The patina on it is gorgeous. Oh, I love this Eiffel Tower paper. And then I did a little double lace thing here. There's blue lace, and then some of this really cool lace. And I did a double lace on that. I liked that. And then a tag that I embellished with lace from the shop, and just, oh, pretty. I love my little seam binding. And then sewed on her angled pocket. And then I did another new thing here. I printed on vintage music paper, one of her papers. I just ran the music through the printer and printed her page onto the vintage music. Yeah. And then I love her. This is lace from our shop. And I left this here if Mandy wants to put dangles on this, or she can cut it off, But this page is pretty on that music, on that vintage music. And when I do my center spreads, I match the laces, There's that collage page that's so breathtaking. Love it. And then there's that double lace stuff going on there. I like the blue and brown together. And then this is a just embellished tag, one of her tags, and I just embellished it, and then sewed on her pocket. Here's the rest of that French paper, and I made a scrappy notebook here, just vintage pages from her kit, just whatever scraps I had laying around. I just made a scrappy notebook, and I like the way this turned out. And then I've trimmed all most of the journal pages. I've trimmed, the kit papers. I trimmed most of those with laces from the shop. Here's just a tag that I embellished, added a sentiment to, sewed on her tag, her angled pocket, more Zoe paper. Here's the rest of that invoice, or not invoice, but receipt, if it's French. Love that. Look at that. That is super duper awesome. Yeah. And there's the rest of that receipt, journaling space there. Oh, look at that collage paper. So pretty. Rest of that Edith Holden. More journaling space. Trimmed out with that sky blue. I made a pocket out of some eyelet fabric. I guess it's eyelet fabric, yeah. And I kind of had it hanging down here so that it hangs down up past the page. Sewed on either side, added some trim. Here's a tag, her tag that I just, embellished. Yeah. Sewed on like that. Here's the rest of that advertising vintage paper, Zoe paper. The rest of that music. And here's the rest of that wine sack thing. And but it flips out this way. Of course, there's pocket here, and then you've got your pages in there. Let me get this sideways here. I love this. Yeah. This was the first time I've made one of these in the journal, and I like this. I'll be doing that again. Rest of that polka dot paper. And here's a pretty tag. This is one of the tags from I think this was from a freebie, actually, and I just embellished on it. And more of that signed, sealed, delivered stamps. Y'all I'm gonna put the link to signed, sealed, delivered down below, because these stamps in that kit are good with all kinds of projects. Love my little vertical cluster that I use as a page tab. And the Edith Holden paper. And then this is the end of the signature. Made another cluster, a belly band there. And then these are tags from the kit. I just added toppers, sewed on them, backed them with her papers. Yeah. And then that works really well in there. I'm going to do it like this. Yeah. And then I used that crocheted lace from our shop. And then here is something I did new. Check this out. Oh, look at that. I've never made a pull tab waterfall before. This was not hard. So easy. It adds a lot to the journal, and I love it. And that's it, guys. She's not huge, but she sure is a pretty one. I enjoyed working with these kits for May. Yeah, I mean we're into June for the flip through, but I had fun. I had so much fun making the little mini journal a lot. I had a lot of fun with that. And then this one, it had to get made. Is all. It just had to get made. Now let's just see if I can tie a bow. Let's see. Oh my gosh. We'll see together if Stacy Nail can tie a bow. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. There she is. She's a pretty thing. She is a pretty thing. And I'm gonna send her off. She's gonna go off today to my friend. I thank y'all so much for always being so supportive and you know your love and encouragement. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. If you wandered in here and you're new to Stacy's Crafty Jam, it would be amazing if you'd hit subscribe and join me on this adventure and this fun of crafting. I have a lot of fun with y'all. Working with, there's a collab next month. This month in June, for the Essential Ephemera collab through Nonstop with LineDotArrow and Nonstop Paper Crafts. And so I'm already getting ready. So be looking for videos for that. That's going to be coming all through the month. And then TwoSisterJam, it's June, guys. We have our craft retreat the very end of this month, June 27th through the 30th. So there will be things on my channel about that too. Thank y'all so much for all the blessings that you bring to my life. I really, really am grateful. Y'all have a great, beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. And I'll get my nails done. Yeah, that's happening. All right. Bye, guys.